So I'm on Wave Rover. I'm just a few days from leaving, and I have to get the bottom of Wave Rover clean before I head off. So
there we come. All right.
So who do we have here?
I'm River.
And
I'm Marine.
Yeah.
River and Marine. What are the chances the divers are named with such nautical names? All right, I'll let them get to work.
Alrighty.
So how did the bottom look?
Well, it was dirty, but it's clean now. Yeah, all good now. Nothing to say about it. It's ready to go. You're gonna win a nut for sure.
Well, that went pretty fast.
Yeah.
What was the worst area? Was it right near the water line, or was it down?
Yeah.
It was at the back, yeah.
Yeah, the back and the water line. So the first 20 centimeters of the water line.
Yeah.
It's always where you have the biggest barnacles. But honestly, your anti-fouling is still in a good shape. So.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Happy to hear that. Thank you very much, guys.
Yeah.
Hopefully
I just have a small question. You know what it is? You know, under your keel, you have like a small...
A little notch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that?
Originally, that was meant for the depth sounder.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But I've since pulled that out and I've just filled it in. So.
All right, yeah.
It's a crazy looking keel, right?
Yeah. I was curious about what was it, but anyway, okay.
All right.
But no, then it's nice and clean. I would have liked to take some pictures for you, but the thing is, with there's like no viz at all. Like usually we get some pictures.
Yeah.
Like
but
the
honestly,
before and after.
You need to get this close to see something.
Yeah. It's crazy. We're in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
But in the marina.
Yeah, exactly.
So that kind of makes sense.
As many of you will remember from episode 32, as Wave Rover was crossing the Atlantic for the second time, I tore the jib, and the jib was practically new. So I knew that I wanted to do a good repair, and I said I would repair it after I got to land. I heard this tearing noise, so I stopped, and when I investigated, what I found was my new jib now has this, I hope you can see that, this great big L-shaped tear, which is about 20 inches from tip to tip. So I could repair that right now in the same fashion that I did on the North Atlantic crossing, but I'm going to hold off and do it when I get to Panama, because I want to lay this out perfectly flat, and I have the material, brand new material, to repair it with, and I'll do it in the same fashion as that North Atlantic repair. But I want to make sure that everything's flat, and and the reason for that is this tear is located pretty much at the reef line, so it's an area that's under quite a bit of strain. So I don't want any creases in it. I want it perfect, because the sail is still practically brand new, and the sail will be fine. After I make the repair, I'm 100% confident that this sail will be as good as it ever was. Right, big job here. So at this point I've cut 2 patches out of some spare Dacron that I had on board Wave Rover, and I'm going to put a patch on each side of this terrible tear, which you would have seen in episode 32. And if you're not sure where you can access episode 32, just look above my left shoulder and I'll put a link. Now we're going to use contact cement, a patch, turn the sail over and put a patch on the other side. At this point, having cut the patches about 3 inches bigger than the actual tear, I've also put a pencil line on the sail itself so I know where to put the contact cement. Now, using contact cement is not a new idea. In fact, Mortessier talks about this when he did his solo voyage 1.5 times around the world without stopping. But I wasn't aware of it at that point. I became aware of this technique about 25 years ago when my mentor, Winston Bushnell, told me this is how he repaired sails at sea. Now, I've done this several times over the last few decades. I've never had a problem, and it's just a really terrific way of repairing sails because Dacron is far too slippery to try to hold together while you sew something big like this.
Not a nice
Now,
smell,
the
no.
reason I'm doing this as opposed to going to a sailmaker and having the sailmaker work on it, the sailmaker will not do a repair like this. The sailmaker will remove the entire panel, and a price tag on that is about the price of a new sail for me. So that's why I'm doing this repair, and I know this repair will last for a long time, and it will certainly cross an ocean or two. In fact, the jib that I used after destroying this sail had already been repaired with contact cement and had crossed the Atlantic twice, and it would cross the Atlantic again another couple of times, I'm sure of it.
Preparing for Wave Rover to go to sea.
And now the complete job.
Well, it's not sewn yet. You're not going to sew it?
Quiet on the set.
Red light.
The finished job, ready for sea, and as good as new.
We're rolling. Lights. Camera. Action. It's my friend Sinbad. He's working on my outboard. We're just a few days away from departure, and it's not quite working. Sinbad, what do you think the issue is? Take two.
Well, we're uncertain of what the issue is, but we are investigating. And I would say it's either a blockage or water.
Sinbad is the skipper of the Maisie Rose, and that's the vessel that Wave Rover is rafted to right now in Martinique. It's almost 24 hours before Wave Rover's planned departure, and I'm up the mast of the Maisie Rose, the vessel that I'm rafted beside, and I'm just taking a look at the size of Wave Rover. She's absolutely tiny compared to the Maisie Rose, and it's also a great time to get a shot of this harbor.
Let him go home, oh yeah. Well, he feels so broke up, and he wants to go home.
Merci beaucoup. Thank you so much.
Bon voyage, Wave Rover.
Fair winds, Wave Rover. Great to meet you.
Bon voyage, Wave Rover.
Fair winds, Wave Rover. We'll miss you.
happy days on your journey back to Canada, Wave Rover.
Cheerio, Alan. We will miss you. Bon voyage, Wave Rover.
Bon voyage, Wave Rover.
Bon voyage, Wave Rover.
We love you, Alan. Bon voyage, Wave Rover.
So join me in the next episode as Wave Rover departs Martinique for what will be her most challenging passage to date, sailing non-stop from the Caribbean to Prince Edward Island, Canada.